Let's have a little discussion, continuing on from talking about what happened with Will Smith. What sort of wife do you think Jada Pinkett-Smith is? Do you think that it's possible that Will Smith is in an abusive relationship? Because she doesn't need to be laying a hand on Will for Will to be a victim of domestic abuse. We know that domestic abuse includes so many things other than physical violence, other than financial abuse. And is this what Will is living with? And is this why he felt that he was obliged nearly to take the action that he did? Because he's just in such a state of, he's not grounded down into his marriage and his life, because Jada just has him all at sea. Someone that's being abusive in a relationship without physical violence is someone who is showing contempt for the relationship and for their partner. Contempt being one of the apocalyptic 4 horsemen heralding the end of a relationship. Stonewalling is another, being just very either cold, refusing to engage, or refusing to have this real communication where you actually are willing to be truthful and real. You might pretend that you're a really excellent communicator. Most often when someone does have a bit of a gift of the gab, they will use it to avoid taking responsibility. They can really mess with someone's head, and that other person is always going to be feeling, second guessing themselves, and really it's just so debilitating to someone's self-esteem to be with someone like that. The abusive person is just denying their terrible behavior and actions, blaming the other person, and they will be absolutely impossible to please, possibly volatile, but there doesn't have to be anything physical. It can be all emotional torture, and that is domestic abuse. And it really looks like this is the type of relationship that Will Smith is having with Jada Pinkett-Smith. And we all know it happens. We have to accept that it happens. And this, because of not that women actually aren't physically violent toward men. Plenty of women hit men, but plenty of women who are the abuser in a relationship are using what tools they do have, and that is to be a psychological weapon in the marriage. And it's, Will Smith seemed compelled to act. He felt in that moment that Jada wasn't giving him any option. It's so humiliating for him, and this has gone on for years. He just wants his marriage to work. There's so much said about, beards in Hollywood, right? So Jada being a beard for the gay husband, and maybe a husband being a pretend husband for the lesbian wife, and these marriages are kind of negotiated and set up. I mean, you can't believe everything is fake. How much of your life is fake then? Who's just in your life, scripting your life and playing with you? Are you just having this mass psychosis with the rest of the world who believe that everything is a psyop. This is Will Smith's real life. I mean, he was about to receive an accolade that has come at the end of, decades of hard work. And, he's allowed himself to get derailed, but that is probably after decades of marriage to a narcissist, to an abuser. What do you think? What do you think?